first documentation of these Chinese in the U.S. begins in the 18th century. We're in the 20th century, so that's like 200 years ago. However, the first Chinese immigrants were wealthy, successful merchants along with skilled artisans, fishermen, and hotel and restaurant owners.
And so you have gift shops, you have Chinese food, which is catering towards American tastes. And I don't even call it Chinese food. I think it's very American.
And so some able-bodied men are trying to go overseas to make money, to support their family back home, mainly because they can't make a living in China. After the railroad is built, Chinese start moving to Arizona, partly because they're building adjuncts onto the railroad.
You came here on your own. You paid the head tax willingly or not, but you paid it for economic and for reasons to escape the poverty in your homeland.
I guess so. If I stayed in China, I'd probably be dead. I'd probably be starved to death.
We were 6 of us. It is very hard for my parents. So he sold one, and I was the second son. She sold.
Leaving at 3 o'clock in the morning, get to the market at 7 o'clock, and dispose of it, get the cash, and then grab rice and everything, bring it back to the farm. It was a tough existence. But anyway, that was still considerably better than the existence he experienced in China.
Hugs and tears, family charms. A small red altar with incense were given to the teens because who knew when or if they'd ever see them again.
At the time that I immigrated, the immigration quota, that's the number of people allowed into this country.
We do see some laws against the Chinese either try to come to pass or come to pass in Arizona. From these 2 articles, one, they talk about how in 1893, Tucson is trying to pass a petition to, quote, quarter Chinese in a specific area, that they are trying to make a certain area of their town into Chinatown and saying all Chinese have to live over there, they can't live over here. But somewhere that is declared unconstitutional, so that does not pass. Arizona apparently passed in 1901 an anti-miscegenation law. This is a law that is prohibiting white people from marrying non-white people.
The Chinese must go. The Chinese must go. America is for whites.
I came over to America in September 1948 as the son of a war bride. That's my mother. My mother's a war bride because my father was a veteran of the Second World War.
Most Chinese businesses were localized in Chinatown, where the Chinese live. You see, well, we call them an unsanitary ghetto, but they were forced into it. Not because you want to, but you were forced into it. So rather than fight, you accept these things.
Hi, I'm Andrew Love. Andrew. Yeah. I'm from China, Chinese Hong Kong. Used to rule by Britain. Stupid people. No, not happy. You know why? Americans are a lot polite. You see, when they come to my house, what did they do? They don't even take out that shoe. That's not polite.